You're listening to the sounds of the wait, the world according to Eli.
You are now tuned in to the number one podcast in the world, The Wait, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to The Wait, and today we're going to be talking about George Carl's new book, Furious George, J-Lo and Drake's dating rumors, and James Harden going for 50 points, 17 rebounds, and 16 assists. But first, we're going to go into Week 17 of the NFL. Let me welcome you, my co-host, my dad.
What up, podcast world? In the building, it's Dad. You know how we do. How you doing, young man?
Great.
You doing great?
Yep.
You doing great?
Great.
We got a fantastic show for today. A lot of stuff to talk about, but let's get right into it. Drake and J-Lo. I'm hearing some things in the streets. What you got?
Apparently they're dating.
Apparently they are dating.
According to Complex.
Now,
E-News.
Now, with that being said, when J-Lo was dating Diddy, Drake was 5 years old. I just want to throw that out there. Not saying age is the main thing with love.
Hold up. First and foremost, let's just give props to Drake real quick. I'm giving props to Drake real quick.
I don't know if I want to... I'm going to do one of these quiet... You want to give him props for... Sorry. I'm showering you with the weather. That's in the next episode.
Okay. All right, hold on.
Yeah. So you're saying you want to prop him for bagging J-Lo.
First of all, let's prop him for that. And then first of all, let's prop him for having a great year in terms of relationships. You scored Serena Williams in the very beginning of 2016.
Serena.
Then, like, midway, you got to Rihanna. Or late. And then very late, like the last 3 weeks of 2016, you dated J-Lo.
So that's props.
Props. I mean...
Okay, yeah, that's sort of like props, you know.
Why are you not giving props for this?
No, I'm simply saying, J-Lo is, she's Jenny from the block, but she's also been around the block, a few times.
Okay, but so has Serena Williams, and so has Rihanna, and...
But son, he was 5 when Diddy... I think this is a publicity stunt. They're starting to say now it's just a ploy to sell records. And if that's the case, I applaud that because you got to be able to sell records.
That was according to, like, Page 6.
Well, they usually okay. Page 6 tells the truth sometimes. New Year's Eve, we turn on the TV. Mariah Carey is on the stage.
Yeah.
And things went terribly wrong.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious to me, but... Yeah.
Okay, it was hilarious because she's such a diva.
And I really can't stand her. She really makes me, like, cringe. But,
Those are harsh words.
Yeah.
Hey, Mariah, I need those tickets to the show. But, yeah. Tell me all about it.
So... Her mic got cut off during...
I think her earpiece.
Oh, her earpiece? Okay.
See, that earpiece is very critical. What people don't know when you're performing on stage because the speakers are pointed outward and they're very loud, so a lot of times you don't hear your cue.
Right.
So it can happen. It should not happen at a prime time like that.
Okay, I thought
the world is watching and it's prime time. You should have went through sound check and somebody needs to get fired. Is all I'm saying. But it was hilarious. She looked like she didn't know what to do. She was stuck. She told one of the dancers, like, flip me. Like, do something. You just standing there. Do something. And she was out there on her own. So that was a little crazy.
Yeah, but she blaming people, equipment people. Which, I mean, maybe she'll fix it next year. I don't really know.
No, there is no next year. I'm not booking you again for next year. Mariah,
okay, but hold on.
Bye.
Wait a minute. What did that happen to Beyonce?
That wouldn't have happened to Beyonce.
That's true.
Beyonce would have just started dancing. Jay-Z would have popped out of the crowd, and they would have started freestyling. The crowd would have been like, yo, that was crazy how. He would have saved his lady.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
They would have turned the music down. Crazy in Love, and they would have did their piece. Something.
Right.
She was out there alone. Where was Nick Cannon when you needed him? He could have came up and told some jokes or something. There's this Soulja Boy challenge going on. Tell me all about it.
Soulja Boy had an interview with Vlad TV.
Vlad TV.
And he was basically talking about how he was shooting people up.
Shooting people up.
And, it was pow, 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 pow. And it was funny because, you know, Soulja Boy be talking crazy, but it just be like, you can't take him serious because it'd be so funny.
Right.
And I saw Mike M's doing it.
So as a result,
yeah.
I just got put on that. How does it work? Like, because I want to do the Soulja Boy challenge right now.
Basically, you just tell a gangster story.
Okay.
About how.
So yeah, I was in the house, you know what I'm saying, and I heard the noise, you know what I'm saying, and I was sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
and guys busted in, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
It was like 5 of them, you know what I'm saying, and I reached for my gun, and pow, pow, pow.
Right.
I shot one,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Then I pow, pow. I kept shooting.
Jump behind the couch.
I jumped behind the couch, and I put the gun over it. Pow, pow. I shot another one, and the dude fell, and then I ran upstairs. You know what I'm saying? I went into my room, man. I looked out, man, and my boy was there, and he said, "Yo, man, give me the gun, man, give me the gun."
And then you pulled off the dude, because he said that he pulled off some dude's mask and he knew
Oh yeah, he pulled off the dude's mask, and there was somebody he knew, man. He hit him again, pow, pow, pow. So we just did the Soulja Boy challenge. Give that up. I like to stay in tune with the young people and do the hot stuff.
When you have the opportunity.
When I have the opportunity.
I'm hearing also reports by Page 6 that Beyonce kind of went ham on Kanye West and Kim.
Oh yeah, something like she called their talented garbage or their garbage.
This was by
untalented.
Anonymous
source. That Beyonce said Kim and Kanye. Now, she's partially right. If she's talking about Kardashian,
right, Kim Kardashian,
she has no talent,
right,
except her assets. I'm here all week, guys. Right. But Kanye, has got some talent.
Yeah, that's just disrespectful.
That's very disrespectful to Kanye.
Yeah.
If this is what she said, now we don't really know if that's the case.
Right.
I'm getting word that Derek Fisher has impregnated Matt Barnes' ex-wife.
Yeah.
Now we talk a lot about the bro code on this show, like when Russell from the Lakers.
Right.
But this is the ultimate violation.
No, he didn't just cross the line. He jumped
he somersaulted over the line.
Right.
So he didn't cross the line. Yeah, he got a running start.
Right.
And did a somersault over the line.
So I think that was out of pocket. I mean, you really shouldn't have.
But where do we draw the line? I know these athletes, they sleep with each other's wives, and it's a very small circle. But where do we was friends. We used to play on the same team.
Right.
Which means I probably was looking at your wife then. That's foul. Right?
Right.
I become a coach. You go somewhere else. I go visit her. The kids are going, Daddy, I'm scared. It's a man here. We think we know him. And he's sitting there with mommy. I get in my car because Matt Barnes is thug.
Yeah.
And he drives 6 hours.
Yeah.
Right? Over there.
Right.
To put the beats on little Derek. Because I saw Derek. I shook his hand backstage.
Yeah.
He's a little dude. Right?
Yeah.
So Matt put the beats on him. That should have been the end of the story. You're my back. You know, I was out of pocket, man. Yeah. I was out of my mind. No. He don't do that. He takes the beat down. He called the cops. Probably get a restraining order. Right?
Right.
And then he goes and puts a baby in her. So now we all family.
Yeah.
So the family reunion is going to be a little weird.
You know what this reminded me of just now? The whole the whole Kardashian situation.
Yeah.
With Tiger, Black China, Rob, and Kylie.
They do that on the regular. The Kardashians, that's their thing. But I'm just saying, so family, at Thanksgiving dinner, it's gonna be a little like who cuts the turkey?
Okay, my bad. George Carl. So I don't really remember when he dropped the book, but he
recently, last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What's the name of the book?
Furious George.
Furious George.
Basically, he just writes about it's basically like a diary, but formed into a book.
Mm-hmm.
All the frustration he's built up, he just wrote into the book. Talks about Kenyon Martin.
He talked about Kenyon Martin being a thug.
Yep. Talked about
Carmelo Anthony and them. He said they was fatherless, and that was a problem. He called.
And then he said JR's father
was too hands-on.
Right.
So make up your mind.
Right.
You condemning the guy who has a father, and you're condemning those who don't have a father.
Right.
I heard he
What's
was.
the real issue?
Yeah. Say it again.
So what's the real?
What's the real thing here? Is this a racial thing here? Because he also called them a posse.
Yeah.
And you can't use them kind of code words. Because Phil Jackson got in trouble a few weeks ago from LeBron James, calling his crew a posse. They said the way he coached, he would come to the locker room and wouldn't speak to none of the players. And let's get right down to what teams are in, what teams are out,
okay,
and what that means for the NFL.
So the teams that are in are the Patriots. I'm gonna start with the AFC first. The Patriots at number 1. The Chiefs at number 2.
So they get buys.
They get buys.
Okay.
First 3 buys. And the wild card teams are the Dolphins going to Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
And the Oakland Raiders going to Texas.
Okay, so hit me up with the NFC situation. What we got?
The NFC, we have Dallas and Atlanta at number 1 and 2.
They get the buys.
They get the buys.
They home chilling.
They home chilling.
Okay.
And then we have the Detroit Lions going to the Seattle Seahawks.
Good game, probably.
And the Giants going to Green Bay.
Okay, so
ESPN's gonna have like the lowest rating in that game.
Yeah, ESPN stands to lose about $75 million, according to Complex News.
Crazy.
Based on they have a new deal where they get to broadcast one wild card game a year,
Right.
and it just so happened this year it's the Raiders versus Houston, which doesn't have any sexiness to it.
It doesn't.
When you think about both quarterbacks, Osweiler will get the start.
Yeah.
Because the Savage guy they replaced him with got injured.
Right.
But now you're down to your third string quarterback in the Raiders.
But who chose the matchup? Like
I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the luck of the draw where you get the AFC wildcard game.
Okay.
That may be, you know what I'm saying? However it is, they stand to lose $75 million probably in revenue and advertisement because nobody's going to watch that game. So we got a lot of retirements. A lot of firings going on and one retirement.
Yeah. So the who was it? It was
Kubiak. Let's start with Kubiak.
Kubiak steps down because health issues.
Health issues, and this is a very demanding thing to be an NFL coach.
Yeah.
So he steps down from Denver,
Right.
which is a very good, sexy-looking job for a qualified coach to step in. They don't have a quarterback, but they still have a top-ranked defense.
Yeah, but I think the quarterback is that main piece. That's that.
Oh, absolutely. But with a top-ranked defense, you can bring in a managing quarterback, like someone who manages the clock.
Like Tony Romo for next year.
Yo, Tony Romo is more than the clock manager, son.
I'm just saying.
Don't be Tell me about some of these coaches who got fired.
Chip Kelly got fired from the.
Fired. Do you think he deserved to get fired?
Yeah. I don't think he's a good coach for the NFL.
He's more of a college coach.
Yeah.
Because that fast offense, see, in college, you got 75 players.
Yeah.
So you can be changing these players.
At 90 players.
90 players in college?
90?
Wow. So 90 players in college as opposed to how many in 53?
Yeah. 50.
So your rotations in college can be more quicker.
Right.
So that offense he runs is suited for that. In the NFL, you can't do that.
Yeah. And look, I never really liked him as a coach in the NFL. I liked him better as a college coach. I think he will go back to college.
Well, he's saying he would take an offensive coordinator job, but I wouldn't hire him as an offensive coordinator.
I don't want to hire him ever again in the NFL. Also, they did fire that GM too, so it looks like they're
cleaning house.
They're cleaning house.
And they even questioned the owner. Like the reporters was like, dude, like who shouldn't you be fired too? And the owner just came straight and said, well, owners don't get fired. So he gonna keep his job.
Yeah. The Jaguars coach got fired.
Jaguars coach. We don't even know his name. We don't need to know his name. He's fired.
Yeah, he's fired. The San Diego Chargers.
He got fired too.
He got fired too.
We don't even know his name.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but we don't. Who else is down?
Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan and Rob Ryan.
Him and his brother. They deserve to be fired.
Yeah. The Colts.
Pagano is on the bubble.
So that's, and I heard that is the best situation.
And of course they got rid of Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of coaches. Not uncommon at this time of the year.
No.
Teams make moves. Teams assess their teams, what it looks like in the future. Who should have gotten fired?
Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis.
That's pretty much it for me, because
He should have got fired.
a long time ago.
Long time ago.
To leave from the Denver Broncos, their cornerback snatched
Crabtree's chain off his neck.
He said that he didn't like seeing him with it. He thought he got a little too cocky, I guess.
So that's some street
Yeah.
right there, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, son, I see you wearing that chain. That chain belonged to me. Ante up.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Alabama situation we got going on. Clemson beats Ohio State, which was your team.
Yes.
They embarrassed them. Talk to me about it.
31-0.
So y'all couldn't score a field goal.
Couldn't score a field goal. And we actually had like 3 opportunities.
An Urban Meyer team couldn't get a field goal.
Yeah. I'll kick him as
Should Urban Myers be fired?
No. That's crazy talk. That's like firing Nick Saban.
But I'm simply saying he couldn't. I think I could put a team out there to get a field goal.
No. Don't push yourself. All right. Don't.
So they're not gonna fire him.
No.
If it was Alabama, they crushed Washington.
Washington, who I think should have never made. I thought it should have either been Michigan or Penn State, but that's none of my business.
Okay, but they were there.
They were there.
And they got crushed. Easy game. Now, as a result, Alabama, Nick Saban fires Lane Kiffin after the game.
Offensive coordinator.
Wow.
I think that was...
Has that ever been done in the history of coaching? Like,
I don't... No,
we're preparing for the biggest game of the season?
I don't even think Bill Belichick would do that to Josh McDaniels.
I think he would.
Absolutely. Not in the middle of a playoff run.
Your new coordinator's on your staff already.
It doesn't matter.
Your coach, your offensive coordinator is taking interviews for his new head coaches and for his new coaches for his next team while y'all preparing. He's late to meetings. Bill Belichick would have fired him.
Oh, I didn't know all of that.
That was happening, yeah.
So all of that was happening. So the guy was interviewing, Lane Kiffin was interviewing coaches for his next job,
Recruiting
coming
players.
late to meetings, recruiting players. And Nick Saban is
Don't
like,
get down like that.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're fired.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay. So that makes
a
sense.
little bit more sense. But tell me about the matchup. You got Ronda Rousey.
Gets knocked
Talk to me about it.
out.
She came back. She trained hard. Pretty sure she had God on her side. And she gets in the ring.
So hold up. Do you want to rant or should I rant or how you want it?
No, you can rant. I'm just gonna set it up
Okay,
for you.
okay.
She gets in the ring.
Okay. Yeah.
And as soon as she gets in,
Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes, who looks like she's right out of prison, no disrespect, put that work in. Talk to me about it.
Bottom line is, Ronda Rousey got knocked the heck out in 48 seconds. You took a year off to either do some modeling jobs or some movie opportunities. I don't know what you were doing for a year off, but
I think she was just going inside,
no. Well, I heard that she was doing some modeling.
reflecting.
Look, you lost one match. You shouldn't have taken a year off just to come back and lose again in 48 seconds.
True story.
And this technically wasn't even supposed to be the official match of her return. It really was supposed to be against Holly Holmes.
Right, but Holly Holmes lost.
But Holly Holmes lost that championship, which we didn't expect that to happen.
So now it shifted the cards in the deck.
Right. But
She looked afraid.
Yeah, she looked from the start of the bell ringing. She looked
Very money that exchanged hands. Ronda Rousey got $3 million.
Oh yeah.
Nunez got 100,000.
Yeah,
And she's the champ.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Right?
That's bad.
Should be a little bit closer than that.
Yeah.
But now maybe
definitely.
she'll get the money she needs.
Yeah.
You know. Let's talk NBA. NBA. What do we got
NBA.
cooking?
Let's get into it. James Harden went for 53 points, 17 rebounds, and 16 assists.
Whoa.
First player in NBA history to ever do that.
The first player in NBA history to ever do that. Wow. What do you have to say about that, man?
He's coming for that MVP, Russell Westbrook.
He is coming for it.
He's coming for it.
As a matter of fact, I have him ahead of Russell Westbrook right now.
After that performance?
That performance right there,
Yeah.
to do something that no one has done in the history of this game, even though they're going tit for tat.
Yeah.
Russell will do something, he will do something, but his team has more wins than Russell's team.
Especially
so
right
I'm
now.
going to lean on. But to me, this has been a very exciting NBA year because we're seeing records being broken. It's not just Golden State and Cleveland.
Yeah.
I got my eye on Westbrook just because what he's doing. I got my eye on Harden because what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, even little meat, my man.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas
went for 52
went for 52
points. 29.
How is he doing it?
29 points, I think, in the fourth quarter.
How is he doing it?
Using his size against other...
He is your size.
Yeah, he's using his size against other opponents, which is Christmas game. Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Golden State versus the Cleveland
I
Cavaliers.
thought you was going to kind of forget about that, but I see you didn't.
No.
So talk to me about it.
Okay, you go first, because I'm
Okay, I'll talk first. You know, Eli had this game circled on the calendar.
We both did.
Yeah, but you more than me. See, I'm sitting with the ring. So this was your game to get a little bit of mini redemption. And he had this game circled on the calendar. Shot. You told me to go first.
Yeah. My bad.
And as the game was getting closer, he was doing push-ups. He was psyching himself. You know, the game was close. Then the game came, and it was a good game. It was a good game. And then LeBron does what LeBron does, and Kyrie did what Kyrie does. And Eli didn't speak to me for like 20 minutes. After the game, he sat on the edge of the couch, and he had a very disturbed look in his face. And I'm like, dude, it's just one game. It's just one game. Tell me all about it.
Okay. So, I, like, days before the game even started, I was going off on social media. My brother saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And, because I was hyped.
Yeah.
And I knew we got Kevin Durant,
Yeah.
in the offseason.
Yeah.
Game starts. I only missed the first quarter. Got into it. It was tight. It was pretty much going back and forth the whole game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can see that. One thing I noticed was y'all can't stop Durant, but we can't also stop LeBron James, so it's like an even trait.
Wait a minute. Y'all added Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but
He's supposed to be the one that tips the scales.
Yeah, but apparently Stephen Curry once again didn't show up.
Oh, man. He's starting to
How many? Did he have like 13 points? He had 13
He's
points?
starting to stink.
Yeah.
It seemed like the bigger the stage, the more
I don't
stink he makes.
I don't think that's it, because I feel like on the big stage he can deliver. It's just against...
Okay, it's...
No, let me...
Okay.
I feel like... Okay, against point guards, right? I feel like he can go up against anybody, pretty much anybody, except for Irving. Irving has that heart, that drive that kills, that...
Killing instinct?
Yeah, killing instinct that Curry doesn't have.
Okay.
Curry doesn't take it seriously enough. I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And Irving does. And Irving has LeBron in his ear, who's telling him what to do.
Absolutely.
And how to do it. And where I would expect Green to do the same thing for Curry. It doesn't really seem like that.
But if it ain't in you, it ain't in you.
That's true.
All
too.
I have to go on is 2 finals in a row.
Right.
Where he didn't show up.
Yeah.
He didn't even win the MVP the year y'all won the finals.
This wasn't just one game to me, because especially in the fourth quarter, we was up by 14, cut it down to 7, and then like the last 5 minutes of the game all brought me back to Game 7 over again.
It was reminiscent of Game 7 of the finals.
And the same thing happened. The only difference was Steve Kerr took out Stephen Curry in that last 11 seconds.
Because he was a defensive liability.
Which, I mean, we'll get into
The
that.
two-time league MVP is a defensive liability. That's embarrassing.
So who's to blame
And for your coach, I don't care. My coach, I'm the 2-time, league MVP, unanimous this year. I'm never supposed to come out the game in the most clutch moments. So I think there's some underlining beef going on with Steve Kerr and Stephen Curry.
Yeah,
Let's go through our top 5 MVPs of the NBA right now. Who you got?
You got James Harden at number 1.
Bing.
I got Westbrook at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I got LeBron at number 3.
LeBron at number 3.
I got Durant at number 4.
Uh-huh.
And for my 5th person, I'm going to just pick a wild card for this one. Go with Isaiah Thomas.
I like those 5. The only thing I would mix around, I probably would put Kevin Durant at number 3 because he's still having a great year.
Sure.
He's a 50, 40, 90 guy. That's 50% from the field, 40 from three-point, and 90% from the three-point line. His assists are up this year. His rebounds are up. He's going to be...
You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world, The Wait, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands...